It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man...
Here's Burrow to throw right away. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction...
Now it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Really a solid start here on the opening drive. Charles, he's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. Well,
Jackson on first down. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call. You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 93 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away.
Wouldn't argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Burrow going to fake to mix it, and now look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the... They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. Great going into the half.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He completes it to Burrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man.
They make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind.
He's north of 100 yards receiving. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
I remember when I was a kid, all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. That's all you pay because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, they were going to attempt since they're part of the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? After one play, it appears that the answer is yes. Got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics.
All game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Seven. Now it's Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this fourth quarter.
Get going.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage. A lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And that's going to be caught. Again, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little?
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left.
Costs them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Oh. Jackson to throw. And this it. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see. Here's a give to Mixon. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced 5. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.